What a headshot! What a head!
How's it guys, this is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video, I'll be taking you through my very own transfer plan for the upcoming Game Week 19. So Game Week 18 still is happening as you guys are watching this video, but don't worry, only 2 fixtures left to play, and I'll be giving you guys the updated rank tomorrow in the team selection. So a quick review of how Game Week 18 is currently progressing will be taking place. As mentioned, most fixtures have actually happened yesterday. Then we'll be jumping into Game Week 19, the team selection currently, as well as the transfer plan, where I'm looking to make one transfer between Game Week 18 and 19's quick turnaround. So if that's something you guys are interested in, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So Game Week 18, the Boxing Day game week, was pretty much a massive disaster, and as you guys can see, we've almost doubled our rank. So currently sitting at 42 points, however I did take a -4, so that's going to take us to 38 points currently, and a red arrow to 113k. So considering the fact that after Game Week 17 we were 59k, 113 is pretty dismal, and I don't even know if the players tonight can save us. We do have 3 players sort of feature, that's going to be Raya and Gabriel, so the defensive double up against Ipswich should probably come in clutch. Most people do own that Arsenal defensive coverage though, so don't really think it's going to give us a green arrow. The only player may be a João Pedro if he decides to finally get some FPL points. How many points though is going to be a question mark. I think you'll have to do a massive haul, so I'm pretty set on the fact that I'll be getting a red arrow this week. But just because I got a red arrow doesn't mean that you guys did. Comment down below how Game Week 18 was. Was it a great week? A terrible week? The best thing about Game Week 18 though is Game Week 19 starts in about 2 days time. Now with one eye on Game Week 19, 1 free transfer, however 0.0 in the bank. So not only a red arrow, we also gonna be broke. Let's see where those 42 points came from, as well as what free transfers we did make for Game Week 18. Starting off on the bench, most of the benching decisions we got correct. We did get a little bit lucky though on Fabianski because he was actually injured in the first half. Really heartbreaking if you guys did start him. As you guys know, West Ham went on and kept the clean sheet, and Fabianski already had a save point when he got injured. Then Enzo, that Fulham game didn't go to plan for Chelsea, only scoring 1 goal. However, he did have a massive game and was actually close to getting a bonus point. Just the 2-pointer though will come off the bench if João Pedro doesn't start, but I'm pretty hopeful that he does, as he probably should be the 2-pointer. Then Robinson with the 1-pointer, our own Jackson and Palmer was always going to bench him, conceded 1 but also got a yellow card. Then finally Greaves, even if he plays as against Arsenal, don't have much faith, but won't lie, we'll really love it if he can keep a clean sheet, as I didn't go for Odegaard. Now accompanying Gabriel as well as Raya, we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold conceding quite early on to Leicester in a little bit of a shock moment, and he ended up only with the 2-pointer. However, did have a pretty strong game, a little bit of an XA, just no attacking returns. Same with the lot. I don't really know what to say about this. As a Liverpool fan, it just hurts my heart so much to have these United players. Would make it a little bit easier if they actually were performing, but they've been simply terrible for our squad. So I started the lot, him vs Robinson, both got 1 point, but can't help but feel like if Bruno stayed on the field, we might have had a clean sheet. If you guys haven't seen the goal that Cunha scored though, it was straight off a corner. I think the XG was about 0.01. But I can't really explain how excited I am to get rid of the lot, and I'll talk about that in my transfer plan later on. Then as always, the ever consistent Mo Salah missed a big chance early in the fixture, but redeemed it late into the game. Just a lovely taken goal for the 9-pointer. This has been so many game weeks in a row, consecutive returns. He's just on another level this season. Now comparing Salah to Bruno is night and day. As you guys can see, my Saka replacement was Bruno Fernandes. And what does he go and do? Gets a second yellow early into the first half for the -2. So if you guys went for Odegaard, Martinelli, Ismaila Sarr even if you just kept Saka, you're probably laughing at us Bruno owners right now. But as mentioned, just serves me right. Why as a Liverpool fan am I going for these United assets? Guess it's what I deserve. But just such a bad moment from Bruno in this fixture, and as mentioned, would have loved to see what would have happened if United stayed with 11 men. I just hope that Odegaard, Martinelli don't really come and bang too much, because that swing of points is going to be massive then. At least Cole Palmer got back on the scoring way of things, got also max bonus points, taking him to a 10-pointer. Just wish maybe Jackson got an attack return or maybe the assist for the Cole Palmer goal, but you guys know what happened. Semenyo also ended up blanking only the clean sheet point in a pretty boring 0-0. Had some hope this game week, but unfortunately was disappointed. Just seems like whenever I do start him he blanks, and when I bench him he finally scores. Can't really win with Semenyo at the moment. At least Isaac was a small dub considering he got a goal plus some bonus points against 10-man Aston Villa. The only L though is the fact that I sold Cunha for Isaac, and he got a 12-pointer in this fixture. Also added to that was the -4 I took for Isaac, just adds more pain to this game week. At least I have him for the future game weeks though. Then Jackson also pretty disappointing, only the 2-pointer, would have loved if he stayed on the field a bit longer, but was subbed around 70 minutes for Nkunku. Now that could be a good thing as he might be starting Ipswich in a few days time, or it might be a bad thing as his form is pretty bad at the moment. Let's just see what happens though, probably going to keep hold of him, and then obviously the final player João Pedro. So let's see what happens tonight. Can we be saved? I doubt it, it's probably a red arrow. But let me know in the comments down below how many players you have featuring tonight and what's the situation looking like with points and overall rank. Been a pretty bad last few game weeks for us, kind of wishing we get out of this festive period. All I asked for Christmas was a green arrow. Now before we go over the transfer plan with that 1 free transfer and 0.0 in the bank, let's go over the current team selection. Now on the bench this week, pretty easy, Fabianski, Liverpool, even if he's back from injury, terrible fixture. And then the main man Bruno on the bench for his suspension. Now I just want to clarify one thing, Bruno is only banned for 1 game as it was 2 yellow cards, and he had the first red card in the season taken away after review. So yes, just 1 fixture, the Newcastle game, however next week he's got Liverpool away, which is pretty terrible to be honest. Then we've also got his colleague Dalot, Newcastle own Isaac, I'm hoping they concede, as with Greaves against Chelsea. Now goalkeeper is going to be Raya. Brentford away's not a terrible game, I hope they keep a clean sheet, as you guys know I've doubled up with Gabriel. Then also Trent against West Ham, pretty strong fixture, can't see them scoring much, and obviously Trent also carries some attacking threat. Now we'll be monitoring the situation with Connor Bradley, his return from injury, however don't think it's going to be game week 19, as once he's back we might have some rotation at fullback. Then Robinson in the starting 11 at the moment, Fulham a pretty strong team at the moment. Only downside is he's playing Semenyo, it's Bournemouth at home. Pretty easy captain this week, once again Mo Salah, the set and forget captain. West Ham away is a great fixture. Then with Bruno out, I'm starting Enzo as well as Palmer with Ipswich away. Slight concern about rotation with Chelsea's position in the league at the moment, kind of feel like they have to play a strong team. Then Semenyo versus Robinson, tough fixture. Bournemouth are a pretty strong side though, as are Fulham though. Then up front we've got Isaac, Jackson as well as João Pedro, all away fixtures, but on paper not the worst fixtures in the world. So Isaac as United, who at the moment can't win a fixture, and then Jackson, even though he might be rotated, if he does start it's a great game. Then finally João Pedro, Aston Villa, against some of the better attacks, do concede, but let's see how he performs tonight. This starting 11 though on paper doesn't look too bad to be honest, don't necessarily have to make a transfer, but with some rotation concerns, I'm probably going to do one. Let me know what you guys think I should do with this team. Is it Bruno out, or you guys holding him? Lots of options to actually go for game week 19. So the transfer I want to talk about and the potential one I'm looking to make is not going to be Bruno out. Because he's suspended for 1 game only, I might just keep him. And therefore I'm looking to make a defensive switch. So finally getting rid of Dalot, a player that has simply disappointed, and I'm looking to go for Muniz from Crystal Palace. Now the reason for this is that Palace has some great fixtures coming up, Southampton, Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, all strong fixtures, and they've improved numbers over the previous game weeks. It also gives me a little bit of a downgrade, some value in the bank to do some upgrades, and on paper this move looks pretty kind of set and forget. Does give me a little bit of a benching concern though for game week 19, should I start Robinson or Muniz. I'll probably go for the Crystal Palace man though against Southampton at home. As mentioned, this transfer does look pretty locked in as long as there's no injuries tonight in those remaining fixtures, so just keep your guys' eyes out for that one. Let me know what you guys are planning to do for game week 19 as well as how game week 18 is going. Team selection dropping tomorrow with the updated rank. Also watch out for the deadline stream coming up on Sunday afternoon wherever you guys are around the world. Hopefully I see you guys there 1 hour before the deadline. This is basically a wrap video guys, hope you guys did enjoy it. Please don't forget to like if you didn't subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Content's still to come, so make sure those notifications are turned on. Otherwise see you guys tomorrow for the team selection in the deadline stream on Sunday. But for the time being, I'm signing off. It's been Dayvy FPL and I'm out. Cheers, bye.